We had ourselves a feisty one in Oakland today between the Yankees and the A's, and this one's brought to you by Roman. Go to GetRoman.com/Jomboy now. Talk to a U.S. licensed healthcare professional and be Roman ready. Will Little was not ready for all the action that came his way as he was umpiring third base. In the third inning, runner on second, he takes off, and he is safe. And Rugi's like, really? Safe? And Gary says, can we take a look at it? And Boone takes a look, and he gets the word. He says, he's fucking out. Fucking kidding me with this shit. Can you look at it? Ask something. Now, Boone already challenged earlier in the game, and he didn't get it right. It didn't get overturned in his favor. So the Yankees don't have any challenges left, so they can just watch the replay and see that he's out, and the umpire got it wrong, and they just have to live with it. Boone's like, you're the fucking worst. Marte, I do think it's a crazy amount of stolen bases, and yeah, he's out. I mean, the glove hits the jersey before the hand touches the base, and, you know, if we want to just get calls right, they just need to redo this challenge system on replay somehow because it takes so long and it's never accurate, and then you were still living with wrong calls all the time. So Will Little's over at third base, and now we got a runner on third, and it's going to be a hot shot right to DJ, and they double him up, out! And they're like, what? And now Nestor's laughing his butt off because, isn't that funny? What a silly play. I don't know if he's laughing because the umpire's wrong or because just Rugi made a funny play, but they go under the headphones because the A's had a challenge left. They're like, let's challenge this. Now, this is really, in live speed, these replays make it look really like an obviously bad call, but here we go. The ball is not in his glove, not in his glove, not in his glove. In his glove there, because technically it just has to enter the glove. It doesn't have to hit the pocket. And so the next frame, now it's hit the pocket, and you can see that the foot is off the bag when the glove is when the ball's in the back of the glove, his foot's off the bag. But if you go a frame earlier, if you were to draw a line here from this part of the glove to this part of the glove, the ball is in that line. So does that count as being in the glove? And maybe they think his toe is still touching? I don't know, but the whole world thought this was an easy, obvious, safe call, and they were going to overturn it with ease. And then we saw the replays in full speed, and yeah, I mean, like, when you see this, it looks like there's no way that's not going to get overturned. But that other angle is a little closer than I think we all gave credit for, so they come and say out. They don't overturn it. Melvin's going to come out because they just watched the whole thing on the Jumbotron. They didn't get to pause it frame by frame and see that maybe there's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of his cleat that's touching the base while the ball isn't in the back of the glove but inside the glove and all those technicalities. He says, he's not even on the base. And the umpire's like, hey, that's not my call. And he's like, but we all just saw it. He's not on the base. And he said, he's not on the base. He says, you're out of here. And he's, you tossing me? He says, because you can't argue that. I have nothing to do with that. He's like, I just want to ask how they did it. And he's like, I don't know how they did it. I don't know what they saw. I have nothing to do with that. You can't argue with me. And now Will Little's like, man, I think I caused some problems here. Did I get another one wrong? Did I get it right? And then earlier in the game, in the second inning, Nestor goes to pick off the runner here, and they get him in the pickoff, but then he's safe at second. But third base umpire says, that's a balk. Timeout, that's a balk. Very, very rare to have a third base umpire call a balk on a lefty pitcher. Really rare. They're like, what? Who called it? Boone's like, who called it? Nestor's like, he called it. The third base ump called it. And here's the review. I don't know. You guys all know balks are weird. He cannot cross his leg, his back leg with this foot. Can't cross his leg. We don't have a direct angle, so I don't know if that's why he called it. And then there's like a imaginary 45-degree line right here. That's not an official rule, but umpires say they go by that. And when he steps down, is he past that line more towards home plate than first? Maybe. I have no idea. It could be a balk. I don't know. Balks are weird and tedious, but you rarely get that called from the third base ump because this umpire is usually the one that's supposed to have hawk eyes on the situation. So when Nestor comes in after the inning and he gives his hat to the umpire, he says, you can't say it's not a balk, and he says it's a balk. If you're not saying it's a balk, then no one can say it's a balk because it's your call. And then the pitching coach says, that's not your call to the third base ump. Will Little. Now in the fourth inning, he does another pickoff. Then he snaps his head and says, was that a balk? Huh? You like that one? Is that one cool? You're the king of calling balks. I guess I should look at you, not the first base. I'm like, hey, I'm not dealing with that. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. This one was brought to you by Roman. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort of your home. Be Roman ready and know that you have the confidence to rise to the occasion at any moment. Go to getroman.com/Jomboy today, and if you're prescribed, you will get 50% off the first month of your ED treatment.